Okay, Cletus, this is obviously directed at you. Congratulations with the purchase of your brand new, to you, McDonnell Douglas 500E. Now, my preference was always for the Notar, it's a no-tail rotor, but obviously, if you have a Hughes, you're gonna cruise. Let's put it like that, because the McDonnell Douglas 500E came from the Hughes death egg used in Vietnam, and its history is very deep. Okay, so this is very important in that an aircraft doesn't fly without the paperwork. And if it doesn't have paperwork of its maintenance record, then you have to do a very heavy check. So beyond a C check, say like into a D, which you have to remove all of the componentry from the aircraft so that you have visual access. And helicopters are very sensitive to vibration and fatigue over time. It's a determining factor as to whether or not the aircraft is airworthy. And again, I'm not making statements as a legal entity. I can't certify aircraft right now because of my licensing and because of the hoops that are involved right now with doing that. And people, I haven't been able to get another person to sign off on verification as to how. Here, where is it? Where did I put it? Here, to put it. Here. Okay, so this is my pilot book from high school. This is what my grandmother bought me when I graduated. This is my AME book right here, right? And if my certification is right up there, so I'll just do this. I'll take the phone off. And bring this out of the dark, so to speak, right? Yeah. Anyways, this is my pilot logbook here. This is my AME logbook here, and this is filled out. And a lot of these tasks, humble brag for a second here, were written in by a veteran, a Canadian Air Force veteran. Let's move this around. You don't mind the mess, obviously, but there it is in plain English. With the seal and everything else, the bona fides. And that's where I came from. So I would like to think that's enough to be trustworthy in what I say. But for a lot of people, it isn't. Because the internet is paranoid schizophrenic. And is so concerned with Big Brother. Like, I'm not a Fed. I'm going to tell you that right now. But this is important. Right? I still have my AC 4313. And there's a lot of people that don't want me to work on helicopters because it means the end of their careers. Okay, so what I have here, this is the flight manual. But what you need is you need the AMM, you need the CMM, and you need the SRM. Those three manuals are the Bibles by which an aircraft can be certified. And the American system with the FAA, with the AC 4313, with a certified mechanic, can and will be made airworthy. And airworthiness is very important because that has to do with liabilities and insurance, and also the other stuff. So I know you run the drag strip and the racetrack, which you look like a 30-year-old boomer there, eh? But us millennials, we're gonna end up, we are boomers. Basically, because of the influence of the older generations and understanding what the world was before the internet. And if you didn't have the right people around you to tell you these things, it would end up in a fatal scenario. It's just one of those things like the old boomerism, which is if you don't know what you're doing, don't fucking touch it. So I'll put this link up with the video for you. And because of how good the internet is now in 2024, you're the airplane, by the way. Right, this is the roadcraft flight manual. You have to look at the revisions and to see if you have the current one or the most recent. So you're going to find that, and I know this from being, you know, an educated person. This was reissued in March 19th, 1998. So this is only good for reference. You can't use it in the paperwork. It has to be within the past 5 or so years, and the revisions, because of the changes in the engineering and because of the sourcing of the materials and so on and so forth. Okay, so revision 18, July 2011, by the FAA Los Angeles Aircraft Certification Office. And you might be able, so your best bet is to call up McDonnell Douglas and say, hey, I have this aircraft, okay, I don't want to decertify it, but I need some official and recent revisions, and that'll save your life. Okay, I'll repeat this again, okay? Don't be like other people and just rush into the dark, okay? Again, if you don't know what you're doing, don't touch it, stop, ask for help. Let's see. Okay, so here's temporary revisions for 369-500 / 360 revision 369, 500, and 600 series. Okay, this is from 2019, Pacific.Spotters Corporation from PH. I don't know where that is. I think that might be Poland or something. So issued a revision 37. You have to look at these things. These are very important. Okay, so if you're gonna get to, if I don't know if this is current, so MD helicopters in Mesa, Arizona. MD helicopters 4555 East McDowell Road, Mesa, Arizona. This is the contact, MD helicopters. And you go to support, parts, and maintenance. Or tech publications and notices here. So technical publications, APs, ABs, ADs, airworthiness directives, aircraft service information, equipment lists. And that's how you'll get an official portal, because this is the way it works a lot at the time in the aircraft hangar, is that you're not going to have a physical copy anymore of the SRM of the aircraft or the AMM or the CMM. You're gonna have to talk to them. You might have to pay a fee, but you know, I'm not gonna assume that you have lots of money. But it's better to spend the money on this than it is to spend money on a funeral. Okay, I'm trying to look out for some people here. I don't know if anyone's actually listening to me, but at least I've done my due diligence with the authorities that I have as a technician. So thank you for your entertainment, and I will repay you with information. So I hope you appreciate this, brother. Take care.